At least talking about sex, we don't have to pass on our grand old tradition of stigmatizing and misunderstanding sex. Because it could be, they find it here.
We're a women's sexual health company. We've built the first biofeedback vibrator that helps women learn more about their own bodies. There's so little facts that we know about women's sexual health that we wanted to bring that out to the general public and do it in their own private terms.
Yeah, it's sex, and some people might dismiss sex to some degree, but sex is an important part of our lives, you know? Like, it's a basic human need.
This vibrator is different than any other vibrator that's out there. Inside, there's different sensors that we've integrated. We have 2 force sensors, and we're tracking vaginal contractions, and then we have temperature sensor that helps trigger when the data should start recording, and then we also have a gyroscope and accelerometer for movement. Lioness kind of takes you into a personal journey of like, this is just for you and this is just for you to explore, because the more you know about your body, the better you can feel about yourself. My parents are super conservative. They're from Korea. We did not talk about sex at all. I was really nervous when I quit my job at Amazon to work on this project. I didn't tell my mom at first. She finally came to visit me in the Bay Area. Brought it to the office, and then I brought a prototype up, and I was like, this is what I'm working on, and I started to explain why I was working on it and why it was important to me. It was really quiet, and then she kind of looked up and was like, I used to have a vibrator once, and then I was like, oh. For 2 hours, we just ended up sitting on the grass at UC Berkeley campus and just talking about just how we feel now and what do we wish that we knew when we were younger, what do we wish that we talked about. And it was the most horrifying but so beautiful, such a beautiful thing to do. Because if my mom is able to open up, I think that any woman is able to get there too.
We thought a lot about the details of the design. Most vibrators are actually designed and shown in terms of advertisements as towards someone. So we wanted to design something that essentially we would be able to have users be able to use it comfortably on their own. After you use the vibrator and sync it, you can essentially see the data on the phone, and you can essentially see this circle moving with the vaginal contractions. As a user uses this, they start to recognize a lot of the visual signals for what constitutes a good session, what constitutes a bad session. From that, you're able to then record down qualitative information here, just in terms of tags, notes. People have talked about, substance use and like alcohol or whatnot, sleep, mood.
You're able to kind of start seeing your own trends and what you might observe, and you're your own science researcher. That exploration and discovery is so crucial at this point for women's sexual health.
We've been doing a lot of outreach when it comes to talking about sex and sexuality in general. Artgasm it's a art gallery experience, so it's having orgasms and having just the general pleasure experience too as a work of art that's framed on a wall. The circle in the middle is the pelvic floor movements. The circles around it are representing movements. By having these different exhibits, it gives people a platform for having a conversation.
It's science, it's exploration. It makes women feel more like, maybe this is okay, like this is something I want to work towards.
They hear people who are talking about how this affects them and how this changes their life and how this makes things better for them in a variety of different ways too. That's really gratifying.